I
fuck,
don't.
dude.
I really don't
What
feel
in
like
the
there's
fuck?
anything to be afraid of as far as like decreasing the white population. It's just all propaganda trying to be pushed by the media to. I mean, you give it as much traction as you invest in it, and like they're just the media is just looking for a knee jerk response. Like I wouldn't even pay anything. You know, what I mean, it sucks. You know, like, hey, why the fuck do y'all want me out of the country? Like, I get it. I mean, in a sense of that fear, but I don't
Country.
feel like there's a real threat. Yeah, we're getting an influx of a
Yeah.
bunch of immigrants, but all it takes is one executive order to be like, hey, no, actually, all you motherfuckers on the visa, get out. We're
Well,
closing our borders and we're gonna do this
well, I
the right
mean,
way.
don't. Well, what I'm saying is, don't you think if they could have created great societies, they would have done it in their own country? Because I don't know
Right.
if it was so great in Mexico, or it was so great
Yeah.
in Somalia, or it was like so great in wherever the hell their third world shithole that they came from is.
Hmm.
Why wouldn't they have
Why
just
would you
made
go
a
back?
great country
Yeah.
there?
Oh, we
They've
do
got
it
to
for the
go
money.
to where Whitey.
Was it your post where there was like the interview? They're like, well, why don't you just go back? Like, what's so great about here? I was like, oh, the money, the money. It's like, okay, so, but,
I think that was a repost. I reposted.
mm,
I've reposted a lot of Jackson Price's shit lately, and
mm-hmm,
him and Hurting Murphy's his brother, I think. And like, dude, they do great interviews where all these people always like go off, like
mm-hmm,
click off like the
yeah,
channel and shit like that in the middle of the interview because they have like no fucking answer to it. And it's like, okay, well, you can even,
you
you
can be
don't even have to
proud.
go with like the
Yeah.
great societies of like Europe and what we've created here in America. You can even go in the last like 30 years with gentrification or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
right? And and we were talking about like the housing projects and shit like that earlier, which housing projects start out great and beautiful, and they're like, great places to live at first, but
Mm-hmm,
they're not maintained. They're run down. They're
mm-hmm,
turned into shitholes that nobody wants to live in. And they're
mm-hmm,
the part of town that you don't drive in after dark. Okay, then all of a sudden the people that own those properties want the property value to go up.
mm-hmm.
So they start moving Whitey in. Well, what does Whitey do? Whitey improves the property. They start
Drives up the
maintaining
prices
it,
and
improving it, drives up the prices and drives the minorities out. And it's like, well, okay, they have to move somewhere else, so they end up moving somewhere else that's like kind of lower middle class,
mm-hmm,
whatever, and they drive it to shit. And
mm-hmm,
then the property owners with the funny hats and long curly sideburns say that why don't we move Whitey in here to improve the property values? And that's
yeah.
just how it goes.
Essentially, and
And dude, a lot of it.
by minorities, it's not even specifically a race; it's an income. Like the minority being the people that can't afford to live in the area once it gets fixed up. And yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's the crazy part about it is because you look at most of the realtors and the banks that are funding the realtors, you know who they're owned by. They're owned by the people that want to give you a 50-year mortgage.
Yeah, get your 50-year mortgage and all of that. Like I get that part of it, but y'all also like, I'll disagree with you to some aspect of it because like I also I do believe there's sort of like as far as a lot of it is IQ, a lot of it is
Mm-hmm.
just innate, that in whatever. And I don't believe that like your spiritual soul or whatever is like superior on that level. But you know, just like you know, black people are better, athletes or faster generally. They're fast white people, but that's the exception, not the rule. Like as far as like that sort of athletics ability and whatnot, there
Sure.
it's also like the best engineers in the world generally live in like Germany,
Mm-hmm.
Scandinavia. The best mathematicians, generally are Asians. It's a lot of it is innate, and it's not to say that some of the most, like Ben Carson is one of the most brilliant men in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the exception. Just like I don't know, Wes Welker is the exception to the speed thing or whatever. As far as white people are concerned, it's just you know, and I think that like as far as like a management and structure concern like is concerned is like white people generally more like Germanic, Anglo-Saxon white people are concerned is like on a management skill is they're like, okay, well this person is good at this person is good at this,
Mm-hmm.
you do this, and more of a have a more better or innate ability to operate as a collective, if that makes sense.
Sure. I mean, those skills can be taught, and it's a culture out there. Like, so it's been they've had a long time to perfect it, and they're really good at doing that in those parts of the world, as far as engineering and what have you. But all that is learned.
Yeah.
You can learn that.
Okay, yeah, sure. But okay, do you believe like your IQ is innate? Like you're a smart
Mm,
guy, all right?
that's a big word for Elmo. I'm
You're
gonna have to look
but
what innate means. I
you're
didn't pay
innate.
attention.
You're innate. You're intellect
I
quotient.
didn't pass
You're
that. I know how to spell it. Why
well,
am I
just
getting an
like
ad?
okay, just like I'm 6'4". My dad's 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
His dad was 6'2". My dad's uncles were 6'6", and 6'5", whatever. My
Right. That,
brothers
yeah,
are six
hereditary.
four and 6'3".
Sure. Hereditary.
They like it's innate. I mean, I was born 9 pounds and 12 ounces
Hmm.
and
Me
22
too.
inches long.
Hmm.
Yeah, shoot. And how tall are you, PK?
Hmm. I'm the biggest one in my family on both sides. Did I lose you?